Good morning, everyone. It is June the 23rd, 2024. My name is Doug from Digital Currency Traders. Thanks for joining me on this live stream today. I'm going to go over altcoin season. I'll look at Bitcoin price. I'll look at Bitcoin dominance. And I'll take a look at what our system says we should be doing with our money overall. So let's take a look at this one to start off with. Our system says that if Bitcoin dominance is rising and Bitcoin price is dropping, we should be holding fiat. And actually right now is one of the very few times in all of Bitcoin history that our system says that we should be totally fiat. We should be out of Bitcoin last week, and we should be out of altcoins a little while ago. So you can see up above me here is the copy trading account, still up really nicely for the closed trades so far. And up above that is the pie chart. Down below me is the pie chart as well for the AltSeason Copilot. So you can see that we don't have a big array of alert status coins yet. There's a few of them to pay attention to, but the big move hasn't started out yet. Now, another thing I want to talk about is how fast you can become a millionaire. We're working on one of the ways of earning money. First, we could be working to earn money. Second, we could put our money to work so that it is earning money for us. And that's what we're trying to do here with our trading, is to set up our money in such a way that it is working for us while we're doing something else. This is really key for me, is that I must trade in such a way that my positions don't require that I watch them all day. In fact, if I'm watching the charts more than 20 minutes a day just to scan and check the levels, then I am probably getting addicted to that dopamine rush of the uncertainty. So as soon as I get clear on my trading plan and I don't have any uncertainty, then I can just leave it. And so I talk about a lot more about what you should be doing to create an additional revenue stream so that that money can be working for you on your behalf. Because if you were to take $20 per week and invest it and double it just once per year, and remember, this copy trading account started off with $352 at the end of September, and it's over $1,500, $1,600 now. It's come down a little bit, but it's already more than doubled. And if we keep doing that year after year, that little bit of money is going to turn into a lot more. It's huge. As soon as you do the math of the compounding, then it's really worth taking your spare time that you would be watching the charts and write something about your trading and publish it so that it can turn into a revenue stream for you on medium.com. Take that $20 per week and invest it and grow it, and you'll become a millionaire even faster. So watching the charts is not the thing to be doing. Yet we have to have specific levels in the chart that tell us what to do. So our system, you can see the red tells us to be in full exit right now. We were in partial exit a while ago. So if we had gone partial exit or full exit, or if we had gone full exit right up here on this red arrow, one of the guys in our Discord went full exit there, and he's just having a great old time as Bitcoin's come down. Because now he can choose when to get back in. And we're going to choose when to get back in based on the 1, 2, 3 formation, the break of the downtrend line, and the EMA crossover. Our system that we do publicly here is set for 60-20 on the EMAs, and that's just what we do as a basic standing point, as a point of conversation, but it is not the most optimized setting. I went through thousands of different settings, then I had artificial intelligence go through those tens of thousands of data points and tell me which was the optimal. That comes with the paid version of the indicator. But for this is great conversation point, because it tells us very specifically if we had just followed this, we'd have made great profits over the long term. So this is managing risk. We're out of Bitcoin right now. And Bitcoin dominance has been on an uptrend for too long. Since September 2022, it's been essentially on an uptrend with a couple little points where we could make a bit of money from our trading system, but most of the time it's telling us to stay out of the alts a little bit and then get back out, a little bit, then get back out. And we can see that over time here in this chart, where we can see this surge at the beginning of 2023. Oh yeah, that's the surge here that we're seeing in the chart at this time. So there was a bit of a surge there. I made some profit off of that. And then it was a lot of frustration all the way along here. There was a bit of a surge again at the beginning of 2024 in this period. You can hardly see it, but that was enough to give our system a surge and some really nice profits. Actually, I caught a couple really good ones there. So now, if there's going to be a surge, our system is going to start showing the alerts expanding right away, and that's going to show us that Bitcoin dominance is topping out. But what I want to look at in today's video is the RSI for Bitcoin dominance, because if we're going to get a top, then usually what we're seeing in the RSI for Bitcoin dominance is that we see a clear trend line in the RSI that breaks for a time. It breaks for a time, and that's where we're seeing a change of trend. But I'm not seeing RSI getting high enough yet to give us the break that would match the 1, 2, 3 formation up along the top. So right now, Bitcoin dominance, relative strength index, looks to me, if I clear off all this crap now, this looks to me like it is, give me a line, thank you. It is consolidating that we're going to run up higher yet out of this. And of course, I don't know the future. So the other part of me sees that we have a hammer reversal candle here and a hammer reversal candle again on the weekly, making a 1, 2, 3 top formation with a trend line. So if the RSI breaks lower as we're getting this 1, 2, 3 top breaking, then I'm going to change my tune right away. But I have to see the RSI breaking down below and staying down below these levels now for this to be a change of trend. And it just doesn't feel like it for me yet because the RSI hasn't gotten up high enough. So that's Bitcoin dominance. So that tells me that what we're seeing down below here is that in the altcoins is probably, it's keeping us out of the altcoins. And Bitcoin itself has a different RSI story, where if we look at the RSI here, this is drawing back as it does at the beginning of a trend, higher. So then, should that RSI be giving us the bullish break here, it will coordinate with a 1, 2, 3 formation and the break out of this parallel channel. So regardless of where our basic indicator is, if we go into a more advanced indicator and we start, even on the 60-20 setting, we start to zoom in on the time frames, we'll see that it's starting to give us some alerts and warnings on these smaller time frames that should it be breaking above these levels, it'll go from alert and into hold status at the same time that this parallel channel is breaking down, or that price is breaking above that parallel channel. So on Monday, when we get the rest of the world opening up, if Bitcoin comes up above this channel while DXY is breaking down somehow and hopefully below these levels, then we're going to see some pumps in the altcoins and we're going to see some strength. But we must see dollar index coming down instead of breaking higher. If dollar index is breaking higher, that's just going to plummet Bitcoin further. And if Bitcoin goes further, then we're going to look into the Bollinger Bands. Check it out. I'll move this in so that we're tracking how much more narrow the 1 hour moved overnight. The 4 hour is starting to pinch down. That's good, so that it's holding a little bit of a bottom. If it was still flaring wider on the bottom, I would be more expecting more continuation down. The 12 hour is holding at the bottom and pinching in on the top. I can't predict the future. I don't know what it means. I'm just tracking it out. The daily is widening and not flattening out on the bottom yet. If I go to the 3-day, it's still holding flat on its bottom. That's good. Now, when I go to the 3-day, I want to mark out this Bollinger Band mean reversion buy signal. And I want to look at it on the daily that we have the Bollinger Band mean reversion buy signal here. that we would have a larger 1, 2, 3 bottom formation nesting now if we break out of this parallel channel and build something. So if we start building out of this parallel channel and building something, we can start talking about adding on and layering in. Pardon me. All right, so that's my take on what's going on with Bitcoin. And of course, like I say, I don't know the future. I don't know what's coming next. It totally changes when I really get certain about it. That's when I'm at the worst. So just watch those 1, 2, 3s. Right now, we should be in full cash and have the option to pick what we want. We can get into those altcoins that we want, and we can get into those that, and just as those altcoins start transitioning across here, we get these 3 new alerts. We want to check them out. Go and look at those chart patterns. Put $5 into it, $10 into it. We could add on to it later. And then we could check out all those ones. I want to go back to the magic of live. I want to go back to this article about how fast you become a millionaire. And I want to reflect on the details down at the bottom to say stop dollar cost averaging. What we want to do is follow the trend. Dollar cost averaging is recommended by the banks because they get regular commissions from you. They know you get paid regularly. If you invest regularly, they get paid regularly. But we should be trading the trends. Pro traders know dollar cost averaging is for noobs. Instead, we're going to follow the moving averages, the trend line, and the chart patterns just like the pros do because we can. We can see that the 1, 2, 3 bottom, we can see the EMAs crossing over. And if we put our money in there at the right time, it will take off. And then we can follow through and exit on those 1, 2, 3 tops. This is where I didn't exit in the end of March this year. I was really expecting a continuation in Bitcoin dominance to continue dropping, and it didn't. So I'm holding some coins at a loss, diversified into them. So even though I know the plan, I overrode it and I didn't do it. And you don't have to follow along and not do the plan. You can follow what the plan actually says and do what the AltSeason Copilot says to do. You'd be in full cash right now. You would have been topped out at Bitcoin along the top here. And you'd be sitting pretty, waiting for what's next. Preserving your capital, being able to be cool and just relax and watch to see what's next. So that's it for this one. That's all the time I'll spend on the cryptos today. Next, I'm going to dig back into studying artificial intelligence and how to fully automate all of your social media. So I'm going to automate digital currency traders updates so that when a new article is posted, it'll automatically go out to the Twitter and it'll automatically go out to the LinkedIn profile as soon as any of our authors publish. I want to help you make money from writing on Medium. Cheers. Thanks for watching all the way through. You are a trooper. Trade safe and keep those losses small.